This is an examination of the hidden human condition.
This is the Hidden Killers Podcast.
With Tony Bruschi.
Another Florida story here. In a harrowing case out of Pasco City, Florida, Rory Atwood, 25 years old, facing 4 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Rain Mancini, who's 26, Phillip Zilliot II, who's 25, and their 2 young children, Karma Zilliot, 6, and Phillip Zilliot III, who is 5. According to the Pasco County Sheriff's Office, the family was killed in the early hours of June 13th following an argument at Atwood's home on his 10-acre property in Hudson. The newly filed probable cause affidavit details a very grim narrative here. On June 17th, a friend of Atwood told deputies he was summoned to Atwood's house on the morning of June 13th with a bottle of bleach. Upon arrival, he found the porch washed and Atwood asleep in a recliner. Atwood claimed he had killed Mancini and Zilliot II in self-defense after they attacked him following the murder of their own children. Atwood said he disarmed them of a 9mm gun and shot them. The friend later discovered Mancini's body near a fire pit, wrapped in a rug with her legs protruding. A child's foot, adorned with pink and purple nail polish, was visible in the debris. In a subsequent interview on June 20th, the friend revealed that Atwood admitted to finding the children in the laundry room hours after he shot their parents. He confessed to shooting the 5-year-old boy in the head because he felt bad seeing him convulsing. The Pasco County Sheriff's Office conducted a welfare check on June 13th after a report of a disturbing FaceTime call showing what appeared to be bodies. Although deputies noticed the smoldering burn pit, they initially found nothing suspicious, and Atwood denied knowledge of the family's whereabouts, claiming they had been evicted on June 1st. The investigation intensified when deputies, prompted by a tip from another of Atwood's friends, returned with a cadaver dog on June 14th. The dog uncovered human remains, including a child's foot and bone fragments in the fire pit, which showed signs of an intense blaze. Investigators also found evidence that the porch had been cleaned with chlorine. At a press conference on June 15th, Sheriff Chris Noko expressed his sorrow, particularly for the children who he believed to be dead. The affidavit states that Atwood initially denied killing the family, but later confessed, claiming self-defense. However, deputies found no injuries on Atwood that supported his story. He eventually admitted to burning all 4 bodies in the fire pit. Atwood is currently held at the Pasco County Jail without bond.
Good.
Yeah. How about we put him in a nice little burn barrel? Or what? Or how about one of those things like from Breaking Bad, where it just dissolves the bodies, and eventually you can't do it in a bathtub because it'll go through porcelain. You got to do it in the plastic. At least that's what Walter White says.
And he would know.
Let's just wash the.
I don't
wash
understand.
Off the face
So the sheriff's office showed up because they had report of FaceTime calls showing what appeared to be bodies. But then they see a smoldering, I guess maybe that you'd see the smoldering fire pit and just think it's a fire pit. I guess you wouldn't necessarily he might have burned the bodies.
I don't know. I think I might go there.
Man.
There's, they are human, but I think there's sometimes where.
Seems like there would be a smell.
You would think there would be. And there would just a little bit better investigative work going on here to narrow
then
some
they
of
went
that
back. They initially found nothing, and then on June 14th they went back with a cadaver dog.
Yeah,
I can't. The whole thing is just so outrageous, and even in he's trying to explain it to make it better. Like, well, they attacked me, and then they killed their own. They attempted to kill their own kids when I found the poor child convulsing, rather than go, oh my God, they did not kill this child and call 911 and get the child help. It's like, I put it out of its misery is what that reminds me of.
That's the argument that was made.
And that's what he told his friend. Like, as a friend, I'd be calling big old BS on that.
If you find a human,
call 911, this child survived, help. Quick.
You find a human alive in any shape or form, you don't sit there and put it out of their misery. I mean, unless you're like, in the middle of the fucking Arctic and your plane crashed and somebody is sitting there suffering and there's no hope for any sort of rescue anytime soon.
Yeah, because you're getting ready to eat each other because you have no food.
Something like that. I can understand certain situations where it's like, okay, put them out of their misery because nobody's coming to help. That's not this.
But he, by saying that, admitted to murdering that kid.
He did.
He did not call for help. He murdered the kid.
There's a lot of people that aren't very smart.
Just by that alone makes the rest of the story total bullshit. And I had read somewhere, like, I don't know if the family had been staying with him and there was an issue, like he was trying to evict them. And I think there was some money issues. So I think there wasn't like, hey, come over, let's have drinks, bring the kids. I don't think it was that sort of scenario.
Yeah.
So I think this guy just out and out murdered him. The kids were there. He killed them too. Yeah. How could you, a family with 2 children, I don't know, and then just go, oh, I guess I'll have to burn him.
Burn barrel, that'll work well. Because how oftentimes, what story have we ever had? Or what physical possibility has it ever been to put bodies in a burn barrel where they will be completely incinerated as if it were a cremation oven? I'm going to go with never, because it doesn't get hot enough. There will be evidence if you do that. There will be evidence, no matter what.
Oh, but he had the friend bring bleach. That was going to get rid of all that.
Let's cover up the bleach and we'll burn the bodies in the barrel. You know, they might find a little a fragment of something, but that's how dumb these people are. That's the problem. People who are smart know these things, but people who are smart oftentimes are not committing these sort of crimes. And the ones that are like horrific serial killers. And then it's like, oh my God, holy shit. It's scary when someone smart goes down this road. What's really sad is when the idiots go down this road. And I think a lot of times it is more idiots than it is smart people. And it does make them a little bit easier to catch. But still, it's just like, how dumb are you? Really?
Why not? If you're mad at the parents, could you say, the parents came by, they left the kids with me. I don't know where they went in covering up your own murder that way, but saving the kids. I mean, it seems like there's a million scenarios you could say, you could do that to the parents and save the kids. Like, I don't know why in my brain, they're children.
I think anybody who is capable of doing something like this needs to have a very hard, long look at the authorities need to have a very hard, long look at their life and go, who else died around this person throughout the course of their life that maybe there was some sort of disagreement with? Because this isn't just something that you just kind of like, well, I'm going to start killing today. If you're capable of this, you're capable of this because there's something in you that makes you able to do something like this.
Agreed.
Or a lack of something that makes you able to do this. So I'd be curious about any other altercations and people that went missing in this person's life.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advanced access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
You get every episode commercial-free.
So you can binge on True Crime
until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.